Welcome back everyone, this is Knighnja, and this is episode 2 of Feed the Beast, my speed run. And here I've gone back to the nether with a piston and lever so I could push these blocks down, and just so I could grab this alchemical chest here. These cost quite a bit of EMC to make, so it's kind of a nice gift from the makers of the map. I believe it takes at least a couple diamonds to make that. And I just broke those off so nothing would spawn on them. Not that I'm coming back here, so I probably could have just left it. So I did decide to kill off some zombie pigman rolls here. As I've said before, this has already been recorded, and I didn't record my voice at the time, so I'm just kind of commenting on what I've done in the past here. I got another piece of gold. I didn't even get poisoned there. It's always nice. I don't know what the chances of getting poisoned from the zombie flesh is. I'm guessing it's somewhere around 50-60%, something like that. Magma cube. Yeah, I used to come back down here for a blaze rod. You can actually turn the zombie pigman into a blaze, but that's not really needed because there's a blaze rod is one of the prizes. So I don't do that anymore. I just use that for the initial EMC boost. Trying to get apple here. As soon as that apple drops, I don't really need a tree farm anymore. I'm just breaking them by hand just so another tree doesn't grow and overlap those leaves. And burning up all the stuff that I just grabbed. Now I know I need to teach the alchemical chest to the table. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. Now, did I actually teach that to the table? Yes, I did. Okay, because I know my last playthrough I forgot to teach the condenser to the table. That's no big deal. If you've taught it the alchemical chest, you can just grab 4 diamonds and 4 obsidian out of there and make it. It's not too tough. Gotta make some coal, charcoal. Yeah, pretty soon I gotta go up and turn in that companion cube so we can get started with the Industrial Craft 2 machines. And with the machines, you start by growing a rubber tree. From that rubber tree, you get sticky resin, and from the sticky resin, you put it in the oven, and you get rubber. And you need that rubber for copper cables, for the protection of the wires. You can make copper cables without the rubber, but you'd get electrocuted. And I don't feel like getting hurt. Here I'm making a iron chest, or an iron furnace. It's definitely better than the standard furnace in that it's faster. Like, it cooks stuff faster, and it cooks more for the same amount. With the normal furnace, you can cook 8 at a time, 8 for one coal or charcoal, and this one you get 10. So it's just a lot more efficient. Plus, you need the iron furnace to make an electric furnace later, so it's kind of a, just the next step in the progression. And here I was making pistons. You need the pistons for the transposers and the deployers. Yeah, I grabbed 10 because you need 8 transposers and two deployers. Probably should have grabbed a couple more for the redstone engines too. You need 2 of those for the wooden pipes to grab the stuff out of the energy condenser, the bone meal. And still looking for an apple. I believe I get it pretty soon here. No, this is for the deployers from Red Power. And the recipe is not too much different for the transposers, so you can just kind of keep everything in there. Saves time. Redstone and wood. Yep. I may fast forward it when we start the build process of the structure for the dark room. Oh, here I'm making stone wafers, and those will be for the timers that I'm gonna need for the to have the deployers working. And this will be the staircase up the side, so I can get up to the top and do all the piping. Yep, so yeah, now that I got the apple, there's no reason to have those trees growing anymore. apples are a good source of food, and also you need them for apple juice later. You need them for biofuel cans. There's like 3 different processes you got to go through to make that biofuel, and that's pretty much the only thing I'm going to be using the forestry mod for. Forestry has a lot of good machines where you can have automatic you know, crops growing and or trees. You can have a tree farm growing. The machines automatically like plant the seeds, and once they're grown, there's another machine that'll harvest all of them and you know, put them all in a chest or whatever you want to do with them. Have them sent up a pipe to your house or something like that. Okay, I think I got enough stone wafers for the timer. And I think I put everything in the chest, so if I fall off here, you know, I wouldn't lose everything for good. And I'm going to fast forward this. Okay, the structure is complete, and just gotta go grab our stuff again and put in the transposers and deployers, all that good stuff. Gotta make the pipes too. That's I think that's one of the next things I need to do. Oh, I'm making some steps, so it'll be just, you know, you don't have to hop your way up anymore. Teach those to the table. Yeah, you see that message that popped up there. I had to pause bathroom break or something, I don't know. Every once in a while when I pause and I come back, the sound is no longer working, so I have to reload every once in a while. I don't know if anybody else is having that problem, but I think ever since I got this headset it's been a problem, so it's probably just an internal conflict, driver conflict or something. Sticks. Can't really remember what I'm doing here. Redstone torches. You need 4 of these for the timers, because you need 2 apiece. And then you put the stone wafers underneath that. And you get 2 redstone pointers and 2 cathodes, I think, something like that. Yeah, I remember their recipe by heart because I've made the timers quite a bit. It's definitely a nice thing. They're one of the best features of the Red Power mod. And that's the timer. Gonna set this down to about 0.4 because that's about the fastest a deployer can function actually. I gotta turn that back into grass. And I gotta put these in front of the deployers so they can have the redstone leading up to it. And I gotta face these the right way, so I gotta pull out the screwdriver. I wish the standard vanilla Minecraft had the screwdriver in it. It would be nice. Being able to, turn around pistons and such. Making stone pipe, wood pipe, iron, gold, and obsidian pipe too. If this was all, if I had the all the ingredients for an alloy furnace from the Red Power mod, I would just do pneumatic pipes. And you only need the transposers and pneumatic pipes to move everything around within the Red Power mod. But since I don't have that yet, I have to start out with the Buildcraft pipes, and they have a lot of different functions. They aren't just automatic. Like you gotta tell them, which direction they gotta go and everything. Or not the direction, but you gotta say if you have intersecting pipes, like a 3-way intersection, you gotta tell it which direction is out. Otherwise, it just picks randomly, or I don't know, maybe randomly, or if it just takes turns or something. Like one item will go one path, and then the next item will take the other path. I'm not sure how it works, but you got to kind of set them up manually. Pneumatic pipes, they work a lot different. Like if you had 4 different things coming out and intersecting into one pipe, they would all know where to go if those pipes are hooked up to a chest all those items will just automatically go into the chest. If the chest is taken out, the items will never be taken out of of the outputs, or the inputs, I should say. You know what? I'm actually gonna do a series explaining all these mods in detail, because you know, before I ever played Feed the Beast, I had to get familiarized with all these mods. Otherwise, you know, you're just scratching the surface with this mod. You're only doing a little bit. As for the Feed the Beast Insanity, well, that's a little different. You gotta do a lot with each mod. I guess you could get familiarized with that, but I think I'm gonna start you know, just the standard Minecraft randomly generated world, and I'll go into detail. I'll do a series on each of the mods. It'll be a better way of explaining, you know, everything that's going on, because each mod could be like its own game within Minecraft. Like, you could just have one of these mods in there, and you know, it adds quite a bit of items. Each mod adds maybe 30-40 items, if not more. Yeah, like even the portal gun mod, you only really use the portal gun and the companion cube, and really that's it. I mean, but there's a lot more to it. You could make your own portal level if you wanted to. Like, you could make a recreation of the portal, the original Portal game, or maybe not Portal 2 though. Portal 2 is a little more complicated. Love those games, by the way. Those are very fun. I'm not sure if they made add-ons or like DLC from those games, because they could keep going with those. But you know, I guess they're working on Half-Life 3 at the moment, so that I'm definitely looking forward to that even more. Yeah, the Half-Life series is always pushing the envelope. May even have to upgrade the computer after that for that game. Always a good excuse to upgrade your computer when there's a game that just completely makes your computer obsolete. I mean, it's not good that it makes your computer obsolete, but you know, the game is just a monster. Yeah, I think I've actually upgraded, the last couple times I've upgraded my computer was for that game. And you know, the Half-Life engine is pretty efficient, so it's not like the game itself is slow or something. It's the, you know, it's just, it needs better hardware to actually run the new graphics and everything. My computer right now is pretty decent. I don't think I'll be upgrading any, you know, within the 6 months at least. Okay, that, as I was talking about that, my set up the piping system. The transposers, they grab stuff off of the floor when it pops up, and it'll toss those items up into the air, and the obsidian pipes suck them into the system, and they're all funneled down here. I gotta put an iron pipe here so there's one output, because it'll have two sets of items coming into it, which is like the seeds and flowers and stuff that pop up. I explained it a lot better in my first series. If you want to, you know, really know in detail what I'm doing here. And I put the levers there to power the gold pipes, which speed up the items through the pipes. Otherwise they move real slow. I suppose you don't really need the gold pipes, but having so many items running through those pipes at one time could actually lag the game a little bit. So it's good to have them. That and just getting started with the system. It's I have to make another condenser, or yeah, I need to. There's one more condenser I got to make for the system, so you can actually, you know, extract EMC in a better way. Like you have them coming out into another condenser that makes either gold or diamonds, or even if it's a really fast system, you make dark matter. Dark matter's like, I don't know, 20 diamonds worth or something, maybe more. I don't know, I'd have to do the math on that one. And the system starts out with a lot of bone meal. Let's put these in here. It'll start popping up those seeds and flowers and just feeding them back into the system. Those come back down, they turn into more bone meal, which I gotta target it, which I did right there. And just gotta clear out some of the, because if there's not a stack in the first slot of that chest, it starts pulling out whatever's in that first slot, and you know, so that's why I got those seeds and flour there. Yeah, sorry about the portal noise. I'm not sure when I break that thing, but normally that sound starts annoying me, and I just break the portal and, you know, end the torturous noise that thing's making. Suppose I need some sound though. I mean, this it's pretty. Well, now that this is making the seed noise, you're gonna be hearing that, a lot of that. Yeah, this system is a good good to start off with. It really gives you a lot of EMC to start your industrial craft machines, and probably for about half of the things you need to turn in. But once you start getting into the things that require a lot of EMC, this system, you're going to be waiting around for it. So what I'm going to do, or what I did this time, was I made a blaze rod farm, which produces probably about 5 times the amount of EMC that this thing produces, if not 10. I mean, I don't know. You can, instead of making diamonds, I make dark matter, and I think it makes it in about the exact same time that it would, yeah, that the same amount of time it would take to make the diamonds that this would make, so it's much faster. And that is the main difference, I think, that it in my other playthrough. And I think pretty soon here, once I have the next energy condenser, I need to make a way back up to the monument, which means making scaffolding. Scaffolding is very nice. You can just left click on scaffolding and it stacks. So it's almost like you're lifting the entire thing up and putting another one putting another block where you're clicking. So you can just stand in one place and make a giant tower. It's pretty nice. I think that comes with Buildcraft, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that because I don't want to be giving the wrong people credit for that. And I'm almost up to enough EMC to make another energy condenser and complete the system. Still not showing up. Just gotta feed a little more into there. Not yet, not yet. No, it must be somewhere around 30,000? 30,000 EMC? Maybe 40. Just making sure everything's running right up here. If you have a transposer that's not working, or one of the pipes is set up wrong, you'll have a big pile of seeds and flowers that eventually will make the game come to a standstill, basically. Like, you'll have 1 FPS. You'll have a really hard time moving around, if not falling off the edge of you know, falling off into the void and dying. That's the most likely scenario that happens after that. And the second energy condenser's down. Just gotta pipe that, pipe one of these over to it, and they'll be spewing out for in the meantime. Just break that off so you don't have too much going back into the system. So we've got one just making bone meal and one that'll be making diamonds. So we got pretty much double the amount of EMC that's going into the system right now. Yeah, so one side is just generating enough bone meal for 2, and the other one, yep, is all extra. All goes into the bank. And I'm just gonna wait a little bit to maybe grab some diamonds out of there. I should be building the scaffolding soon. I need wood and wooden sticks. Yep. Yeah, so I played this about a week ago, so I'm just kind of guessing what I'm doing next here. Unless I, you know, watch a little bit ahead in the video before I record. But most of it, yeah, I'm just kind of, you know, remembering as I go. And before I go up, I'm trying to, you know, feed as much bone meal into this so it doesn't run out. Because as soon as it runs out, it's, you know, those redstone engines that are pulling the stuff out of the chest, they're not going at full speed yet, so the system will be slowing down quite a bit. And this is where I was talking about, like you left click on a scaffolding block and it stacks it up higher, which is very nice. And I think I'm gonna fast forward while I go up this thing just because it's a long trip up. And we're up. Just gotta break this off right here. Collect some of it. I only missed one. There was nothing in my little mob farm there. Guess it wasn't enough time for something to spawn. I think I need a spider still, if I'm not mistaken. Finally turning in the companion cube. It's actually, that's pretty late to be turning that in. But that's alright. I know I make up for it. Ooh, got a creeper. He can't get any closer than that. Yeah, those blue torches are I can't think of what they're called at the moment, but they make it so mobs can't come within a certain radius of them, and if they do, it throws them out. Like if they fall near one of those, they'll get launched out, either launched off the side or, you know, launched up the pyramid a bit. Nothing still. And here we go back down. Getting down's a lot quicker. Let's do a little bit of falling. And just get this thing going a little faster. Now the goal is to make all the industrial craft machines, which there's 4 primary machines you gotta make, which is the macerator, or the first one is actually the extractor, which I'll use for extracting you can extract rubber from sticky resin. You can do that in an oven, but oven you just get one rubber for 1 sticky resin. In the extractor you'll get 3 rubber for 1 sticky resin. So it's, you know, it definitely pays to have one. Here I'm making coal out of charcoal. Pretty much all the fuel sources that you can get, you just, for every 4 of them you get one of the next level up, which that's alchemical coal, and the next level up from there is Mobius fuel. So we get 4 Mobius fuel, and with 4 Mobius fuel you can make 8 Ternellus fuel, Anternellus, something like that. I can never say it right. So now that we got all those taught to the table, gotta make 8 Mobius fuel, and 1 diamond will make a Klein star. And it's good to have a Klein star because with the table you can put EMC directly into a Klein star. And there are, I think, 8 levels of Klein stars, each one taking about each one can take about 4 times the amount that the lower level Klein star could take. So, you know, I'm starting out with the 2nd level Klein star, so I'm trying to make 4 of them. Yeah, you combine four Klein stars to make a Klein star. I forget what the first one is. It counts in German, I'm pretty sure. The Klein star ein or Klein star zwei. Ein, zwei, drei. That's about all I can. That's about the extent of the German I know. And planting a rubber tree. Now we just need 1 sticky resin out of this tree. There's 2 ways you can get that. Either you can cut the wood, and sometimes it drops the wood and a sticky resin. There's always a chance of that. Or you grab one of these. There's like a sticky resin deposit on the side that you use a tool on, which is the tree tap. And with the tree tap, you can grab, I think it's 3 sticky resin each time. So normally that's how you'll get all your sticky resin. But yeah, if you have the table, you don't really need the trees after that. You can just make them. And that's it for the tree. And it'll cook up at least 32 of these, I think. Yeah. You have to make refined iron too. Most machines are made out of machine blocks, and machine blocks require refined iron. Also, circuits require refined iron too. Now with those 4, I can make the next level up, which is the Klein stars by. Just got to keep everything going and keep everything growing. And yeah, now here's the refined iron. Got to throw this in the oven. Once you have just about, I don't know, maybe 12 rubber, you can get started with the iron, and that's enough to make a couple electronic circuits and probably the, you know, I think you need 16, no, maybe 17 iron, like refined iron to get started with the machines, because you need you first need a something to start generating electricity, which I'll use a geothermal generator, and then the extractor. Then you can start getting rubber at a really, you know, you're tripling the rubber that you're getting out of the oven. Because that's kind of what the next step is in the process. Just, you know, make a lot of rubber, make a lot of wires, and also need to be making a lot of refined iron. And for the macerator, you need that for making a few items that are that you need to powders out of. Like you need to macerate 4 gold ingots with four gold powder, and 5 redstone dust. You can make glowstone. That's the only way to get glowstone. That's one thing kind of hard to find out there. Like it took quite a bit of searching on the internet to find out how to get glowstone with this mod, because it's not a reward, and you can't get it from the nether because there's no, you know, natural generated blocks in there. Yeah, it's one of those tricky things you gotta just know. Hopefully I can spread the word a little bit here. I don't know. It's I would have to put it in my, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll put it in the tags or something. Or no, maybe I'll make a separate video explaining to do that, because I'd like to make it a little easier for people to, you know, complete this mod if possible. I know they're working on a new one, probably that works with all the 1.3 version of Minecraft, and all the mods need to update too, though, so that might be a while. Unless they're working on one that's still for 1.2.5. I'm not sure. I know I watched them working on it a bit on Twitch TV. But yeah, once that comes out, I'll be playing it. Yeah, now it's just a matter of waiting for things to cook, and oh yeah, I need two geothermal generators, because one you gotta turn in, and one I'm actually going to be using. And this will be for the extractor. I need an electric circuit, which is 6 copper cables, 1 refined iron, 2 red powder. Or redstone dust. God, what can I think today? Extractor and geothermal generator. That's the basics what you gotta get started with. But I need to make one more to turn in. I must be thinking of what I'm gonna do next here. Yep, always gotta stay busy, keeping everything going, otherwise, you know, things start to slow down. Once you get the blaze rod farm, you don't really have to watch that, though. You can just focus on other things. You don't have to keep feeding the... Well, actually, you can use, you can replace all these pipes with pneumatic pipes, and then the system is self-sustaining. You don't have to, you know, keep watching it, but I'm not sure if I'd do that this time. I think I'd just go straight up to the blaze rod farm. And those 3 flint are for the macerator. For the macerator, you need a machine block, 3 flint, 2 cobblestone, and what else? Oh, an electric circuit. I just built out that platform a little bit so I got some room for the wiring and everything. And now I'm going to be making lava cell for the geothermal generators. Because otherwise you can feed lava into these directly if you have, you know, a volcano or, you know, a big pool of lava somewhere that you can extract that out from. But since we don't have any of those, we got to use lava cells. And we get the extractor started. Still waiting on enough refined iron to make another geothermal generator. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I'm doing here, if I just got started with the other machines first or not. We'll see. Making a battery. Yeah, making another geothermal generator here. Also, the macerator, you need to make brass, which brass, the only way to do it is to combine 3 copper powder and 1 tin powder, and that'll make bronze powder. Then you got to put that in the oven and make a bronze ingot. So that may be the next step. So we can turn in, because with brass you can make a squeezer, and that's the next thing you got to turn in. But you also need another squeezer for yourself too. So I end up usually making a whole stack of brass and just get all those machines out of the way that require brass. I'm just putting this right next to the geothermal generator, so I don't have to put any wires down in the beginning, because there's actually you know, like a battery box that you can store energy in. I'll be making one of those pretty soon. It's called a MFE. That's maybe what I'm doing right now. You need 4 energy crystals, and let's see, 4 copper wires and a machine block, and that makes like a battery. It's like the level 2 battery. First one's a battery box, but it doesn't hold much electricity at all. So I'm going straight up to an MFE. The only thing about that is you need another component, which is the low voltage transformer, to decrease the voltage Otherwise, if you hook this up to your machines, your standard machines, they will blow up. Like a, not quite as much as a piece of dynamite, but you know, it's enough to hurt you pretty good, and you know, it destroys a lot of stuff around you, so it's best to avoid that. And because that dot is on the back, that means it's the output for the MFB, and those 3 dots mean it's the input on the low voltage transformer. I just placed them the right way because I don't want to have to go back and use the screwdriver on it, or not the screwdriver, but a wrench. And this wrench is a little different from the Buildcraft wrench, because I know I built one of those earlier to change the pipes around, but this pipe is specifically for the Industrial Craft mod, and it's made out of brass. So that's why I'm waiting on this right here. Yeah, I should be able to make brass now. I combine 3 copper, 1 tin, you got brass powder, and then I'm cooking it up in the furnace right now. You can take these powders to the table, but I'm not bothering because it's just kind of, you know, you don't need them for anything. And I believe that's the end of the 2nd hour. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.